again to Gospel Life News. I'm so happy to be in your faces. Yesterday was a whole lot of trouble for Davido. We all saw it. Moving on from fire to fry pan. I feel like this week has just been Davido's week. Began with Tora Savage spanning through to the comparison again with him and Whiskey. And yesterday we saw Sophie coming out with another conversation, but this time sending a legal warning to Davido's Bobo at the time, just to issue that to Davido saying, if you don't want us to go legally to the court or something, this is a refraining order. Don't come near me. And obviously that translates to means that for Davido, do not come near Imade. And then you recall that Dotun came out to support or lay his voice to support Davido at the point where he said, why is it that the mother always have a voice when it comes to the kids? Because basically the kids are the conversation that should remain between both parties, but then Dotun is saying that should not be the case. It takes two to tango. It takes two persons to produce a kid. So basically, it should be their conversation as to regards who and how and when to see the kid. But basically, Sophie is taking the center seat and saying for Davido, do not come anywhere near me. And there's a referendum of that. At the same time, she also sent a note to Davido's legal team saying if anything happens to her, a family or anybody close to her, they should hold Davido responsible. In a response, Davido came out to say freeway. Like I said, Davido looks unbothered over all of these. And is this the right approach? Trust us. Only time will tell, trust me. I want to say big thanks to our fans out there for doing what you do. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for your time, energy, and consistency. We love you guys so much. You guys are last year was fun with you guys. We only implore you guys to do it better again this year. Please share to your friends, tell them something amazing is happening on Ghost TV Africa. At the same time, you don't forget to put on your notification button so you'll be the first person to know whenever we're making new content. The news is buzzing. Let's see what the news look like. We'll begin the news with Rema. We saw yesterday Rema Raven Rose's album has just been certified platinum in Poland, and just so you know, it is the only African album that has been certified in that region. An amazing one, trust me. Rema has just made a class. Now, what he did on this one has just proven that this guy is beyond. Like, you can just have one song and just become and change your trajectory of your life. That song really has changed your trajectory of Rema's career. We saw Rema Raven Roses is the African album with the most platinum certification with three and in three different countries. One platinum in Canada, one in Switzerland, and one in Poland. We're sure that in coming days we should be getting the one at the US. Rema this one has just been a good one. Not Burna Boy, not Whiskey, but Rema has just had the most album or the African album with the most certification or with the most platinum certification all over the world. Big one to Rema for that one. Not just Nigeria, you can just imagine we've had like great artists from Africa at the time, amazing artists, but then Casper Noves and the likes. But Rema from Nigeria has done all of that from the city of Edo, Benin City. Congrats to Rema for achieving that major feat. I'm still on Rema. So Rema Calm Down has been certified diamond in Poland, becoming the first African song to hit that record, and obviously the biggest African song in that region. I don't know what guys at Poland really want to do with that song, but obviously they are consuming that song like no man's business. They love the song, and obviously it translates to numbers. They stream the song is growing on a rise every day, and Rema is winning at the same time. I'm still on Rema. So Rema become the first African artist with a platinum certified album and a diamond certified single in Poland. Both are the highest certified African single and album in the country by miles. Now, what Rema is doing is now we've had CK out the global song with Love One City and all of that, and that year CK did madness. We've had Whiskey with the global song with Essence Remix, and trust me, while it was buzzing, it did a whole lot. Last could have just been that global song, but obviously it did not pull through with the remix at the time. And but regardless of what it did, it was a global song, and the song also did mad numbers. Last year, unavailable was that song looking like a global song, but maybe not hit the landmark yet. But at the time, it also did numbers. But you see what Rema is doing. Rema not just out the global song, but obviously is chattering all numbers, breaking all records, catching all tables that dare need to be broken, because this is his time and is ready to milk all of it while it is still with him. Still on Rema, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down officially become the first song in history to chart in 3 calendar years on the US pop radio between the year 2022 spanning to 2024. Moving on from France and the US, moving on from Poland and France, and the US, let's go to France, because Rema is still making a good name for himself in France. The last time Rema was in France for a good account of himself was at the Ballon d'Or ceremony, where he went there and obviously thrilled all audiences. That footballers were all present. Messi shook hands with Mbappe, Lionel Messi, and name your goats, name your football goats. They were all there and they witnessed firsthand what Rema could do on the song. But this time, Rema is there for a different reason, because Rema, now talking about the France top 200 best-selling album for the year 2023. We saw Rema River Roses leading with number 73, and then we saw Burna Boy Love Tamini with number 167. And just so you know, only Burna Boy, Rema, and Tiki has appeared on the France mid-year and year-end top album chart as Afrobeat artists. These guys have made us proud, and it's only apt that we celebrate them whenever we have the chance to do it. So, Rema, we massively celebrate you. Moving on, we have Odogo looking like a million buck. I think for me, I love him that way. Odogo looking like a million buck. I love the lines he did on Do I Remix, and you see the Makinde part of that song, right? It just shows that Burna Boy is nobody's mate, bro. What he did on that song with the Makinde, and then he went solo Makinde, like there's no way you will not dance to it, even if you are more like this static person. When Burna Boy comes on that song and you hear Burna Boy's parts, you would lose yourself to dance beats. Moving on, we saw just coming out today, 21 Savage, Burna Boy, and Metro Boomin. You look like Metro too much. We saw 3 of them coming through on the song, Just Like Me, and that song is out on our platform. Burna Boy told us at the point that put me on the song and it comes first. This time, I missed 3 great guys, 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, Burna Boy once again came first. Conversation between Burna Boy, Steph London, and Jada P continues, but this time a senior man, as we call them in Nigeria, has intervened, and then he had his thoughts about all he thinks should happen between these guys, and that's another person than Sean Paul. Sean Paul came out to give conversations to Steph London and Jada Kingdom. Now, obviously, you know that Sean Paul is from Jamaica, and obviously he wouldn't want his sisters at the time to be going through public disgrace over a man. In his word, he came out to say, now for Jamaicans English, right, you need to understand that it's quite complicated, right? But obviously, I would do my best in doing that. He came out to say, woman, no fit talk so. And Steph London and Jada P, live better, my sisters. Don't follow them, waste them. I think that's what he meant. And then he said, he also went on to say, lead the way morally for this farm. Men get heated, you calm us down. How can we calm down if you're doing that too? Two beautiful black women, live better, set a better example. Please, for the culture, my beguna, for the kids, for the younger females, Teflon them, Jada Kingdom, don't talking. Now, this is him saying, you guys should do better. You guys should do better for the kids, for the younger ones, for the culture, for a whole lot of stuff. And you guys have a lot to lose. And at this point, you guys should do better. Lead good examples. And in doing that, it does not involve fighting over a man. Coming from Sean Paul to Steph London and Jada Kingdom. And then the response, we saw Steph coming out to say, it is not that serious, trust me, just some fun. Now, this is Steph coming through to Sean Paul, a senior colleague, where she said, it's not that deep, it's not that serious, it's just cruising, I'm just having fun with all of this. Sean Paul responded saying, not for my little daughter, Steph. Long time me got love for you, and Jada, she likes your song. Come on. Me my leader, so trust. I think I should go to Jamaica at this point. But basically, Sean Paul is saying, yeah, you might be a joke to you, but obviously it doesn't look like that to my daughter. That's talking about Jada Kingdom. And then he's saying, this just allow love lead. Basically, love should just be the center focus of you guys. So if you're saying it's not that deep to you, then end it. As simple as that. And moving on, we saw Jada also coming out to say, for everyone who is saying, watch that, what just done. Well, for me, this is it. I'm in a happy and healthy relationship now. I won't be prolonging this nonsense. So let me clear. So let's make this clear. I only responded for my respect and the culture. She's only the one beefing over a man I obviously don't want. It's ridiculous, but such go more wild. Anyways, I said my piece. Me good, go and enjoy yourself. That is from Jada. She's saying, I miss all of this. She is in a relationship and she's happy with her relationship. And it is Steph London who is fighting over a man that she clearly does not want. But the question is, does Jada Kingdom not want Burna Boy? I don't know. I'm just saying my own. And moving on, we have Spyro as the next guy on the news. We saw Spyro coming out at the point where he said, if she can pray and if she can walk, God will provide for her wigs and handbag. And obviously, this is actually, you could link this up to what the amazing artist Odumodu Black and Charlie Poppy did on the song Cast. And then he said, if she can pray and walk, she would get a wig and handbag. He also went on to say, he is able to do exceedingly abundantly far above wigs and bags. So tell it to him and shame them. And if I were you, I will ask for bigger things. And then he captioned it saying, even my brother, Odumodu Black, know this. And then we saw an interview that's making the round, which has made him explain. And Burna Boy said, if you don't get evidence, you go explain tire. He spoke with IPTV where he said he wants to marry a Jesus baddie. And then he explained that not just someone who believes in God that doesn't know how to dress, doesn't know how to talk, doesn't have good hygiene, but then somebody who believes in God and a bit slaughtery and all of that. But then all what baddies do now, dressing decently and all of that, but doing it just for our husband, not for anyone else. And then people called him out, dragged him, and all of that. It became a big conversation, which made him explain. But for the explanation, we saw where another interview where he had a pause where he said the album is coming, or the album he did called Next Rated. He was asked why he named it Next Rated. He said clearly Ashake deserved to win the Next Rated at the time, and that's why he won it. But then he also feels that you what you call yourself is what you answer, and then he feels he is the next rated artist. Now, to explain what he said about Jesus Badi, we saw Spyro on his page going to Google and asking Google the question, what does baddie mean for a girl? And then Google said, a girl who is always slaying the game and always on fleek. Basically, a girl who is extremely put together and looks phenomenal even on her off days. To accomplish these goals were things that were not just one-time purchase. So basically, he's saying, according to Google definition, this is what I mean. But basically, on the streets of Twitter, we have Google definition, we have Nigerian definition, and then we have Twitter definitions. And basically, on the streets of Twitter, only Twitter definitions makes the way. Baddie actually comes through or means a lot of person on Twitter as a call girl or a sexual worker, basically. Girls indecently dressed and indecently behaved, basically. And they said, if you want that kind of person, why would you put Jesus with that? In the caption, he came out to say, this year is going to be a year of basketballs, and I will not let illiteracy rule me. I want a Jesus baddie, and a Jesus baddie I will have. Illiteracy is a problem for a lot of Nigerians, and they east about it. Coming from. So last year, Spyro was a bit timid with conversations, always coming out to apologize and all of that. But this year, it looked as though Spyro no one agree for anybody. And obviously, in the new song, because Spyro has come through to a new song, he called out the new anthem, and it came out today, a song where he actually used the catchphrase, no grief for anybody. Yesterday, the police force came out to say that's what is going to be banned in the country because it actually is a word linked towards crime and all of that. The police force said no grief for anybody should be banned at the time. But while that was still going on, we saw the Nigerian military and the soldier department guys came through to use the words no grief for anybody. Now, who should we believe, the police force or the military personnel? Regardless, somebody said on Twitter, maybe the police and soldiers should fight. Whoever wins, we will believe them with your word. But anyways, Spyro has come through with a very, very catchy song that looked like an anthem. Moving on, we saw Davido, Tokicha, and Kwafus to headline the United Master Grammy Weekend concert. Obviously, we know that Davido is nominated for 3 Grammy Awards for this year and only act that he actually headlines the Grammy Weekend concert. And for him, we wish him the best and miss all of this. Recall, Tibbs have said after the Grammy, we would begin the conversation with Tiwa Savage, Jamil, and myself. Moving on with some Mohbad father coming out once again to speak on an interview where he said, oh, he was asked if you could see Mohbad one more time, what advice would you give to him? And then he said, I would advise him again to be careful of the woman he marries. That's Mohbad father. Obviously, that which destroys a man can be a female, but he's saying I would advise him on the woman he marries. Now there've been a lot of back and forth from Mohbad's father and Mohbad's wife. A lot of irrelevant situation, placenta, no respect, not greeting me, this, that, bass goes, and clearly the man is not happy with the lady, and obviously the lady herself is not on good terms with the father-in-law, and it has caused a lot of rift between both persons. And the father is saying, before we bury this man or this young boy in question, I would want to see a DNA result that confirm the paternity of Liam, that's Mohbad's son. And then he's saying, while that is pending, we would not bury this boy. And even if the results come out and we are not satisfied, we would go to a private hospital to achieve our claims and what we want. Well, moving on, we saw B Red, Davido's cousin, has opened or actually is now his record label owner, and we saw where he signed his first artist known as Benjamin. Trust me, this guy has very amazing vocals. One of the best vocals you can see anywhere. His vocals is amazing. And B Red is on a route to become a label owner. We all know Davido is the CEO, obviously, of the DMW, Davido Music Worldwide, but then B Red is also on that same path to own his own, and unveiling a new artist might just be a good way to start. Let's see what B-Red and Benjamin will do in coming days. We saw AG Baby at the time actually coming through with Doja Cat and Kodak Black on the song off the album they were supposed to work on, and obviously it is an amazing one. Adekunle Gold killed it. Adekunle Gold is just amazing. Now, he has done a lot of silent move to penetrate the international space, and he has been doing that consistently. What we have to say to him is congratulations and then wish him the best in the coming year. Arya Star coming in, I've just surpassed 1 billion stream across all credits on Spotify, and then she is the second most streamed Nigerian female on the platform. Obviously, Thames lead the pack with about 2 billion plus stream on Spotify, but then in Yoruba we will say it's Arya Star Okere because she is not small, and then she's contending heavily with the guys in the game. Just so you know, those who have surpassed 1 billion in the country, this is what it looked like. We have Wizkid with 6.3 billion. We have Burna, obviously Wizkid is 5 of everybody. We have Burna Boy with 5.4 billion. Now, difference of about 900 million between Burna Boy and Wizkid. It looks so close actually. And then we have Rema with 3 billion, CK with 2 billion, Thames with 2 billion, Davido with 1.7 billion, Mr. Easy with 1.6 billion, Fireboy with 1.2 billion, Omale with 1.1 billion, and Arya Star coming through at number 10 with 1 billion. So basically, only 10 artists from Nigeria have surpassed 1 billion stream across all credits on Spotify. Wizkid in the park and Arya Star closing it at 1 billion. Congrats to her, and then we wish her the best on her future endeavors. Her album is coming through. Let's wait to see what she would do on the album. My name is Daki. We'll catch you guys on the very next one. Stay safe, guys, and be careful.